I'd like to talk to you about an R2-D2 figure today, but it's not this Hasbro R2-D2 figure. No. It is, in fact, this Jakks Pacific 18-inch R2-D2 figure. A little bit bigger. These have just started showing up in stores, I believe, recently. I saw it for the first time today at a Meijer store. This particular one retails for $49.99. There's also a version, as I understand it, that includes lights and sounds and retails for $69.99. For me, I'm not sure that the lights and sounds are worth another $20 because I probably wouldn't use them all that much. Let's look at the box. It's got the Force Awakens art on it. On the back, it says collect them all. And has pictures of their Vader, Yoda, R2-D2, and Stormtrooper figures. It says it features 3 points of articulation and is 18 inches tall. So let's break it out of the box and see what it looks like. So here it is out of the box. He's got a dome that can turn. It actually turns really nicely. It won't go all the way around. It stops here and goes around here and stops there. But actually I'm pretty impressed with that. It looks nice. The metallic effect here is reasonably good. He can also move on his legs here, so that's the 3 points of articulation that they were talking about were the head and then the 2 legs here. You can move him. Let's see how far along he can go. Yep, he can go all the way upside down. There we go. That looks just great. But anyway, this allows you to maybe tilt him a little bit. He doesn't have the 3rd leg, unfortunately, which would have been a nice addition, but you can sort of tilt him a little bit, you know, maybe get a little emotion out of him that way. They have these tubes here, which is a nice touch. They're sort of rubber. A lot of good detail on here, actually. On the back, it's more plain, although that's how R2-D2 is in actuality. Now, there's one interesting thing here. There's what appears to be a button, and then what appears to be a battery compartment. But in reality, if you take it and open it, there's a space for batteries in there, but there's no electronics. So you could store some extra batteries in there if you really wanted to, but you're not going to get any lights and sounds out of this one. I thought it was kind of funny that they used exactly the same mold, including the battery cover and screws and everything for this version. In fact, I wasn't entirely sure until I brought it home whether or not this was the version that had lights and sounds. So it didn't mention it on the package, to be sure. Let's get a few closer up shots of this. Here's the dome. I think it looks quite good. It is actually a red piece of plastic, but it's a little hard to see. It'd be nice if that was a little brighter, because this red dot is kind of important for R2-D2's personality. This here and this are actually made out of a sort of a soft rubber, and you notice here this is kind of bent out of shape. It's kind of an oval shape. They were both like that at the store. Not really sure what to make of that, but it's not a deal breaker by any means. He doesn't have any kind of accessories or opening ports or anything like that, but if you want just an R2-D2 figure that can decorate your house, this is a pretty good choice. Now, the only thing comparable that we have around here is this, which is the interactive R2-D2, I think they call it. This is the one that moves around and will obey your voice commands and things like that. As you can see, this one is noticeably bigger. I think it looks a bit better too in terms of its detailing, and yeah, it's definitely a nicer paint job and just sort of generally nicer overall, which is interesting because, you know, this was a lot more expensive. I think it might have retailed for like $150, $175. I got mine used, so it was a lot cheaper than that, but still, As a decoration, I would definitely go for this one. Of course, this doesn't move, doesn't make sounds or anything like that, although we've had mixed success with getting this R2 to understand our commands. The kids do enjoy it quite a lot, though. He's also got some, I imagine these must be receivers or sensors to, you know, see where he's going. It looks a little weird, though. He's got little dots on his face here, and you don't have anything like that there. Now this, as I mentioned, is meant to go with the Jakks Pacific 31-inch line of figures, which I'm not sure if they have anything besides Vader and the Stormtrooper. Well, they have got the Inquisitor from Star Wars Rebels, certainly, and maybe something else. It's not a very big line. In any case, they've decided to make it more or less in scale with that line. The only one of those figures that I have is the 31-inch Vader. So let me get him out and see how he stacks up. Here they are together. I had to back up a considerable amount in order to get this guy in frame. He's quite large. Yeah, I think it's not a bad attempt at getting them in scale. Maybe my feeling is that Vader would be a little bit taller than this in relation to R2-D2, but perhaps not. It's a little difficult to say. It's certainly not wildly out of scale. It would be interesting to see if they come out with other ones in this series. I've seen the Yoda, I think, once on Force Friday and haven't seen it since. I doubt if they're going to be having a Jabba the Hutt, although that would be wonderful. The thing about these figures is they're huge and they're really not that expensive. Vader here was, I think that was originally $30, and then I got mine for like $10 or $15 on clearance. It's just crazy when you consider that something like the Hasbro figure I showed in the opening can now cost maybe $13 with the new pricing, or 6-inch Black Series figures now cost $20. Paying $50 for something like that R2-D2 seems like a pretty darn good deal. I'm really quite impressed with just the look of it. So yeah, if you can find one of these in your store, definitely give it a look. Thanks for watching.